Welcome back to the Daily Smash. Whoa. Table's a little rocky.
I haven't even drinking.
Daily Smash for Tuesday, November 29th, 2022. I'm Rick.
I'm Kelly.
I'm trying to sit in between the fire and the Christmas tree so we can see them both.
Oh, different look.
Yeah, I could slide a table this way a little bit, and then you could slide, but I don't want you to block
I can't see it because this is in the way.
What's in the way? Oh, that thing? Oh, the fake tree is in the way. Now, perhaps. Kelly has a new hairstyle, and we have a poll out there in case you want to weigh in on it. Do you like it short or long?
Yeah.
Now you've tied it up.
I tied it up.
Yeah.
Well, I kind of wanted to go do yoga.
Oh, well, you still can. Don't forget to check out El Cristiano this holiday season. It's purity, passion, and promise in every bottle. No additives, no sugar, no colorings. More than 90% of tequilas have sugar added or other stuff in there that doesn't belong. Only the finest blue agave from the Jalisco Highlands. Did I say islands?
Highlands.
You can find it, more information about El Cristiano at el-cristiano.com, and you can buy it at keganbottle.com for the best price in El Cristiano tequila. We mentioned this morning that we have 2 live shows coming up in the next 2 weeks. I just want to give it one more plug. First, the Smash will be at Blazin Shabu in Garden Grove, California on Thursday, December 8th at 5 p.m. You can reserve your table at blazinshabushabu.com.
Like Blazin Saddles?
I don't know.
Blazin Shabu. I love Shabu.
I looked up the
Don't
restaurant.
you love Shabu?
I don't even know what that is.
Remember I took you to Shabu and we sat at the bar.
Oh,
and
yeah.
And we've got, you boil your food.
Yes, you make it yourself. They have that there. I looked it up online.
It's like kind of like a Asian fondue without the cheese.
But I don't know if they have the guys that
of.
flip the shrimp in your hat into their hat or into your mouth.
Oh, they have a hibachi.
They look like they had a hibachi table, but
yeah.
I guess we should know more about it. We will know more about it when we go next Thursday.
Yeah, I'm excited.
And we hope you'll come. It looks like it seats at least 150 people, so we want to fill the house and have some fun there. And then the other live show, it's going to be, I believe, 2 separate tapings on Monday, December 19th at TBD Studios, where we were last week. Was it last week we did our show there? Last Monday? We'll do the Smash there and also the Rick and Kelly show on patreon.com. If you haven't checked it out, it's our longer, unfiltered, uncensored show. That starts at noon on Monday, December 19th in Laguna Beach. So you can go to their website, tbd_studios.com. They should have a better web address.
Yeah.
It's hard with all those underscores.
Yeah, they need to make it better.
Yeah.
We tell them that. So my girlfriend's husband is the president of the LA Galaxy soccer team.
Yes.
And
I met her and her husband.
Yes, and she is a trainer, and she wants to come and train me tomorrow.
Wait, you want to come here, or are we going there?
We're going to go there. So,
am I being trained too, or no?
I think you're going to videotape me getting trained.
Oh, so I don't get to work out. I just have to work while she works out.
Well, you can work out after.
Oh, yeah?
Or we can have somebody come and videotape us.
Well, you know what? You're the star.
Not really.
Yeah, you are. You are the star.
You're the star.
No. I'm like the master of ceremonies.
I think we're both together in it. Oh. We're in it to win it.
Teamwork makes the dream work.
Yeah.
If you check out our Patreon this week, we're putting our lengthy Thanksgiving meal prep, the whole process. It's like a very long cooking with Kelly. All the side dishes, how you cook the bird, the cook-off with Tony, turk-off, and then everyone grabbing their food, buffet style.
So my friend Joey lives in New York, and he used to live below me when I sold my house and I moved into that little apartment at the beach. He lived below me, and he used to cook. And I was single at the time, so he was like my everything. And we never had sex.
Wait a minute.
No, we never had sex, but he was like my protector. He would feed me. He was like
I love this guy. Joey Bubbles.
Yeah, he's the best.
He's awesome.
And I love his girlfriend Carissa, whom she used to do my makeup and hair, and she put that under her thing. She moved to Mississippi. She's doing all these big, huge films.
Yeah, she's doing movies.
She's doing movies, like
Yeah.
huge movies,
Yeah.
like blockbuster movies,
Yeah.
like with big, huge stars.
Uh-huh.
It's the craziest
And
thing.
you helped her get her
So
start.
I helped her get her start.
So
it's so cool.
He had the meatball recipe, right?
So I called him today. I haven't spoken to him in a while. And I said, hey, can you give me the meatball recipe? He said, yes. It's hamburger, half Italian pork sausage, right? And he goes, you get some breadcrumbs, but he likes to do it with white day-old bread, get it wet and put it in there. That's like old school style. As my grandma used to do it like that.
Uh-huh.
But I have Progresso baking breadcrumbs. 1 egg.
We put in 2 eggs.
We put 2 because we had a lot.
Yeah. It was a lot.
It was a lot. And then onion, garlic, parsley.
Celery.
I put celery in it.
And cheese.
And then
that's what Kelly does. She adds stuff to
yeah.
recipes and makes it her own.
Yeah, I made it my own.
I was the one who had to mix it together in the mixing bowl, and it was really cold. The meat felt like it came right out of the freezer. And I was like, I feel like I'm making snowballs right now without gloves on. Like, it was that cold.
Yeah.
But then you cooked them 3 ways.
I cooked them 3 ways. So Joey Bubbles, he likes to get them raw and throw it in the sauce and have the sauce cooking for a couple of hours with the meatballs.
Which is happening on our stove right now.
Because he thinks like all the juices and everything marinates well together in the sauce. Then I put like 6 of the balls in the air fryer.
Yeah, which were awesome.
And then I put maybe like 8 balls
in the oven.
In the oven. See what balls came out better.
My balls won.
Yeah.
That was a joke.
Yeah.
We tried the air fry first because they were done first.
I overcooked them.
Which seems unlikely because but I get it. They were only in there for what, 20 minutes?
Yes.
Said? They were
the
awesome.
ones in the oven cooked for
an
hour, and then
they were fantastic too.
And then these ones cooked for a couple hours.
We did try
the one in the sauce
one. Yeah. But honestly, they were all delicious.
Yes.
They were all delicious. And now you're making the healthy noodles, right?
And we make those healthy noodles. We're
going to put this on tomorrow's show. We're going to show some highlights from the meatballs.
The meatballs.
Yeah.
I love meatballs, though.
Oh, but I wanted to ask you, because you talked about going to the gym with the trainer, if you had any, like, quick tips for people, like because we went to the gym today for the first time, you and I, in a long time. And you basically were helping to train me, because I always would just do the same 3 things every time I went to the gym. How do you know what to do? What's important to you when you go to the gym?
Well, when you first go to the gym, because I've been working out my whole life. My brother was a trainer, and so I feel like I was a trainer because I used to train with him a lot. So the most important thing, I think, when you are working out is warming up your muscles first. Got to get your muscles heated.
And how do you do that? On the treadmill or
cardio. Just even 10 minutes of warming up. So when you don't warm up and your muscles are cold and you go straight into lifting weights, you can tear something. Mm-hmm. Your muscles aren't warmed up. You're not as flexible. Mm-hmm. You don't have all the...
It's like stretching before you play.
Yeah, but you have to warm up your muscles before you stretch, too.
Yes, I got it.
Yeah. So I think that's the most important thing. And then secondly, doing things in like combining, since I did leg day today. So I did presses, I just went down that row of legs, and then I had you work some lunges.
Yep.
And you do some lunges. Then, if I do like a chest, I'll do chest. So, because when you're working out your chest, you're also working out your tris at the same time. So when I like to do like a chest, tris, and shoulder day, then I'll do like a back.
Better to mix it up than to do it all in one day. It's better to mix it up and focus on different body groups.
But when you do legs, you gotta do heavy weight. A lot of women don't like to do heavy weight, but that's the only way you're gonna really get toned up there. Okay. And you can do a lot of reps, still get toned, but for me, the only results I see is if you're really tearing those little muscles up, and then you get the lactic acid in there, and then.
Well, that workout, we'll do a video on that, and that'll be on later this week. A comment from Sammy 1212 $2.99. I started to watch Mosquito Coast because you mentioned it and love it. Now I'm going to look for White Lotus. Also, we watched Smile 2 the day before yesterday. Was creepy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So she's so good at doing that. Like, if you haven't seen Smile, like, when you watch it, you'd be like, oh my God, Kelly did Smile so good. Like, and it's so scary. And then we put out a teaser on Monday about our show because you did it on Instagram, and like the views of that were so low of your tease. I'm thinking there's definitely a shadow ban going on. There has to be.
There's something going on.
It's weird. Like, you get thousands and thousands of views on videos, and that got like a few hundred or something.
Yeah.
It just doesn't seem right to me. I don't know.
Well, I'm going to do a live really quick and talk about it, and then
On Instagram?
on Instagram.
Okay.
So, White Lotus we watched last night.
Yeah,
Or
we
the
watched
night
the most.
before.
We were all caught up. We watched every episode.
And so I don't know if you guys are watching, but this is my take because I don't know what's going to happen.
Okay, so this is a spoiler alert, potentially. If you
know,
don't
but
want to
I
hear.
don't know what's going on.
I know,
on.
but this is.
No one does.
No.
But this is my take.
I think it's a good one.
Okay. So Stifler's mom, the lady from Legally Blonde, the Bend and Snap chick, I think she looks like Shannon Bedore. Don't you think?
A little bit.
Yeah, they look a lot alike.
A little bit.
Yeah, I love that lady. She's great. She's one of my favorite actresses. She's great.
Uh-huh.
So she, on the season 1, she promised this lady, African American lady, very nice healer. She's a healer, that she wanted to start fund her business because this woman,
a wellness center.
a wellness center, because this woman's like worth $500 million. The Bend and Snatch lady, Stifler's mom, and so she got this lady all excited about. The lady did a business plan for her. She thought, oh my God, this is my chance to have my own business.
Yeah.
And she was all on board. Well, anyway, she ended up being a Debbie Downer and totally blew the African American lady that wanted to be a own
Well, she
business
gave
owner.
her an envelope with cash. To me, it looked like about $30,000 in an envelope. So she did give her a nice chunk of cash, but she didn't get her started on the business that she promised she would.
Yeah. So then she thinks that since she's a healer, that she put a hex on her, which now is season 2.
Right.
So
She said that in the episode last night.
she ends up marrying this guy. And he is from like Denver or something. She wanted to move to Detroit,
I think.
So, by the way.
Oh, no, it is Denver. You're right.
Denver. And did you realize, I'm sorry, getting off tangent here, but White Lotus, those are at the Four Seasons. I've been to that Four Seasons in Maui like 2 or 3 times.
What do you mean
My
it's at
grandmother-
the Four Seasons?
It's at the Four Seasons, and that one in Sicily is at the Four Seasons too. They call it White Lotus.
Is that the name of the
The name of the hotel is
Oh, it
Four
is.
Seasons, but the name for the movie is White Lotus.
Oh,
but
you're
they are
saying-
filmed at.
Oh, you're saying it was filmed at
They're
the Four Seasons.
filmed at the Four
Oh,
Seasons.
okay.
Jody told me that.
Oh, interesting.
So, anyways, she ends up she ends up getting married to this guy, and she doesn't put him in the prenup. And he has some kind of affair. Something's happening shady. He has to go back to Denver he never ends up coming back.
Well, we
right?
don't know. He might.
Yeah.
We're not at the end of the season yet.
So she befriends these gays that are very loaded, that have like
A yacht, and a villa.
and they're staying there. So they give some clues about. So, anyways, God, it's such a long story. I don't want to get into it. But anyways, I think the gays are full of crap. I think they're going to use this lady. I think that
You think they're scam artists?
I think they're scam artists. Last night, should I give it away? Can I give it away?
Well, if you don't want to hear it, close your ears for the next 30 seconds.
Yeah. So the assistant, I wanted her to go with the good guy that went to Stanford. She didn't. She was a complete loony bin, and she went with
The bad boy.
the bad boy, because she likes the bad boys.
nephew of the rich gay guy.
Yeah. So anyway, Stifler's mom goes and hears some kind of noises, sees the guy that she's banging the uncle.
The guy her young assistant is sleeping with is having sex with his alleged uncle.
Yeah.
So we've now assumed that he's actually a hired guy who this guy brings with him to bang him, and lets him do whatever he wants, so he doesn't mind if he hooks up with the girl as long as he's hooking up with him. But in the meantime, you think that these guys are going to try and take all of the ladies' money.
Yes. That's my analysis.
All right,
Let's
excellent. Let's see if
right.
it comes true.
Yeah.
In the news now.
In the news.
Speaking of Hawaii, the largest active volcano, Mauna Loa, erupts for the first time in nearly 4 decades. A shower of ash and river of lava started spewing from the world's largest active volcano late Sunday as the towering peak of Hawaii's Mauna Loa erupted for the first time in almost 4 decades. It's a 13,000-foot volcano and erupted at 11:30 p.m. local time Sunday night.
Wow.
And it's spewing molten lava.
Miki Miki Maka is the place to be.
Well, here's what they call it Pele. And when I hear Pele, I think of the soccer player. But it says at this time lava flows are contained within the summit area and are not threatening downslope communities, the USGS said. Winds may carry volcanic gas and possibly fine ash and Pele's hair downwind.
When I think of magma, I think of Austin Powers, the magma.
I have more now on Odell Beckham Jr.'s being carted off the plane in Miami.
Yeah,
Remember that?
What was he? Yeah.
The flight,
they wouldn't wake him up, right?
The flight crew said that he was unresponsive, and they were worried it might be some kind of medical emergency, that they were trying to get him to put a seatbelt on, and he wasn't responding. And they said they thought he was in and out of consciousness. And so they turned the plane around, brought it back to the gate, and deplaned everyone, and the cops came, and they walked him off the plane, and that was it. Well, his attorney today
said that he didn't want to put a seatbelt on.
When he gets on the plane, he always puts a blanket over his head.
I do that. I do that.
And fell asleep.
Yeah.
And he was asleep. And didn't know that they were trying to wake him up, and didn't know that they turned the plane around and brought it back to the gate until they actually did wake him up to get him to get off the plane. And his attorney's like, all you had to do was wake him up in the first place.
Yeah.
And get him to put on a seatbelt.
Right.
He's saying that Odell Beckham was not fighting them. He wasn't being an asshole. He was just under his blanket.
That's what I do.
Passed out on the plane.
I do that.
So.
But you know why I do that? I'll tell you why. Because I take a couple of Xannies. And
You're not supposed to do that.
Well, I do, because I have pure anxiety. You have to get me halfway comatose. And when I'm walking, if I'm on like the first, I'm usually in the front with him. Not always, nah, but always before. We always got first class.
I think
always,
we
always have first class. So anyway, now I'm going to start purchasing 3 seats, like I used to back in the day.
We're flying first class to Cabo.
That's actually a really smart idea to do that.
Mm-hmm.
If you guys didn't know that little trick.
Uh-huh.
So when I go to sleep and I'm halfway zingered out, I'm like this. And I don't want people seeing that little thing that hangs down my throat.
So you put a blanket over your head?
Yes. And it's dark. And no one's looking at me and I can be cozy.
I'm trying to think. I've flown with you many times.
I always sleep with a blanket over my head. Always.
I don't know that I've seen you with a blanket over your head.
I always do. Yes, I do.
All right.
Always.
Okay. I like when you put your head on my shoulder like that.
Oh, you do?
Yeah. You're going to like this next story.
What?
This actor, Tenoch Huerta, I apologize if I said your name wrong, confirms that his bulge was edited out of Black Panther Wakanda Forever. There's his bulge.
Ooh, he's got a nice body.
So.
His bulge?
His
Did he have a fake one?
No, his bulge was edited out of the final cut of Black Panther Wakanda Forever. Viral photos showed the actor looking much more well-endowed in the movie's trailer than on the big screen. And he was asked about it. He told Rolling Stone, the only thing I can say is the original was the photo on the right, which is this one. And in the movie, they took his bulge out.
We've been seeing a lot of dick lately on these on TV. Never before.
They like Disney-fied his
now
bulge.
on that White Lotus, you see that hot guy changing in front of that girl, and you see his ding-a-ling. And I see, I go, ooh, wow. And Rick goes, those are fake on there.
I didn't
those
say
are
it like that.
Doubles.
What I said was that could have been a fake penis because it was like hanging down like this long. And I'm like,
looked pretty hot to me.
Okay, he either was like fluffed or they just gave him a fake penis to make the scene more dramatic.
Yeah.
But you obviously were excited by that.
It's kind of like a soft porn thing, right?
Yeah, a little bit.
We saw that guy.
There's a lot of ass too. They're showing all these guys' asses in there.
Oh yeah.
But there's also boobies.
There's some boobies.
So basically, that was the story, and I didn't know how you would feel about them minimizing his bulge for the film.
I could care less. I did enjoy looking at that hot guy's.
Well, see, now I don't know how to feel about that.
I'm not gonna lie.
I don't know how to feel about that.
That guy's hot.
Yeah,
I'm shocked. Those two guys are British. How do they have American accents? They sound perfect.
It seems like all the best actors are British, but you'd never know it.
No, Australian.
And Australian.
Yeah.
But there are a lot of great British actors who you would never know they were British because they're so good at doing American accents.
So are those Australians, like the Nicole Kidman, the Wolverine, Hugh Jackman, Margot Robbie. Charlize Theron's from South Africa.
There's a long list of great actors.
There's a long list of actors from Australia that are like, Naomi Watts. Mm-hmm. She's amazing.
Okay. Well, why don't you go upstairs and watch The Hot Guy, and I'll be up in a few minutes. You know what?
I'm kidding. I love this face.
That's our smash for this Tuesday afternoon.
Have a smash-tastic Tuesday.
Have a smash-tastic day, everyone.
Taco Tuesday, everybody. Taco Tuesday.
Enjoy.